Hello everybody, Darren here, and welcome back to Total War Rome 2, Divide et Impera as Rome. We're continuing where we left off in central Iberia. We just defeated a Lusitani army in Vettones territory. One of the other tribes that we want to wipe out before they muster another army, and then we can go to work on Lusitani and Carthage directly. Carthage are almost gone. I believe Mastia is their final territory, as well as Tarraco, but that's under siege right now. So, presumably if Tarraco falls, which it looks like it might, if that falls, then we go to Mastia and we wipe them out for once and for all. And that will get rid of all their pesky little agents that have been bothering me and causing banditry and other little issues around the place. So, yeah, we're almost at the end of the Punic War, I guess, if you want to call it that. Right, so, in order to actually take on Eplacia, we have our army waiting in standby. They just took on a bunch of mercenaries to replenish themselves. And then they'll go for Eplacia. After the fact, we have an army on its way to Greece. Here. With the navy led by Fullo and the army led by a different Fullo, heading into, we're going to wage war on Sparta, basically, and see how that goes. The idea being Sparta, then we hop to Crete, and then we go back to Athens. If we can take Athens, then we can relegate Athens to just owning just Pella, and then perhaps we could client state them, thus having a full Greek client under Macedonia as the province. So that's the plan. So, let's have a look around if there's anything we really need to build. I don't think so. I think just one province in Africa needed something. And that was basically it. Yes, this one. We could go with the increased dye like the dye pits to dye factory. But apart from that, maybe this one as well. We could go with the latrines, and that's it, I think. Had a quick look around, so I think we should be good. Armies have all moved. Don't think I moved my spies, but we're kind of keeping them still for now. I guess I'll just keep an eye on this little cut through here. Yeah, it looks good. And Memia. Yeah, why not work your way up the coastline? Let's just see what's going on out that way. You can't. She just said, I can't. It's like, okay. Now, we also saw, excuse me, that the Iceni have taken Medlan. So this is in North Italy. It's obviously winter right now, so it's a lot of snowfall. But in North Italy, this has fallen to Iceni, so they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, presumably 7 or 8, and then 9, if not more, in Britain itself. So they're a big tribal faction that seems to be almost beelining south, because they haven't got everything to their west. The Arverni and some other tribes are in Gaul, so they've just been kind of coming straight down. Don't know what the situation in Germania is either. And then we have the RDA, which are fairly spread out as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 territories total. Quite big. How many do we have? We're obviously, I'm assuming we're the biggest in the game, unless the Seleucids or someone else is a little bit bigger. We have 27. Alright. By the way, something I've never really talked about is that you can change your government type, which we'll probably do eventually. We're a republic right now, but we could become a reformed republic. -10 loyalty for all political parties. Maybe that's where that loyalty was coming from. Yeah, we're just a republic. Okay, just making sure. So yeah, kingdom, empire. So for an empire, what do you have to do? You need 65 influence as the ruling party. So we've actually got... We're pretty close to that. Oh, no, we're not. We're at 40%. Sorry, I was thinking of the pips. We're only at 40. Wow. You'd really have to push to do that. We don't need to do that anytime soon. But a reformed republic... We could just do this, but while you're doing it, you get -20 public order faction-wide. So it decays by 2 per turn. So -20, then 18, then 16, and so on. Until it goes all the way down. And -20 for all loyalty for all parties. We could do that for the parties. The public order one might be a little tricky. But the question is, do we need it? You know, 5% tax rate, 5% tariff income, and then additional upkeep on armies. You increase your civil research rate. I'd rather this one. We get cultural conversion for free. The empire is pretty good, though. 2 available edicts. Increased loyalty. A huge one increase on empire maintenance, though. Wow. You think that would almost go down if you become an empire in some ways. Like less bureaucracy with an autocracy, but I don't know. What do I know? We'll consider these in the future. I guess I just never looked at that screen and I haven't really thought about it. Anyways, right, so there's nothing to do. We'll just end the turn. Just have to do those 2 buildings and then we'll just see what happens.
Only the greatest.
Vettones begging for peace again. We'll say no. Oh, they actually came out and attacked me. Defensive battle, eh? What do you got? Iberian spearmen, Iberian swordsmen, Iberian slingers. And that's their garrison, I assume, is it? Oh, it is, yeah, it's his garrison army. Right, sorry, my bad. And then they've got this. Okay, yeah, cool. I mean, we're going to just attack them next turn anyway. So, our army's pretty much a full stack. Just, we're lacking on the elephants. We're a little low on the Numidian cavalry, and some of our archers are a bit weak. We are using mostly mercenaries, though, so let's see how this goes. Alright. This be a tough one. The balance of power is against us, and we're utilizing a lot of weaker troops than our standard troops, right? So the Iberian Scutari, we know that they can deploy really close up. Not that that would make a difference here, but we could also go into the woods. This time we actually do have the woods symbols. That's good. And the spears. But I think maybe just keep it simple, right? I think so anyway. We could maybe stash one or two of these guys in there. Yeah. Okay, alright. Actually, you know what? We will put 4 of them in there. We'll hide them deep in the woods. If they get attacked, so be it. We'll try to deal with that. So they're hidden. They're definitely all in the woods, I think. So just want to make sure we get that wood symbol on each area. Yeah. Right, so the reason I'm aiming them this way is I'm thinking that we have spears here. We'll get the spears just in a line, somewhere kind of like forward, to run forward up this way. We have our Hastati and our Libyan infantry. So maybe I'll put the Libyan infantry in the front. Spear unit again on the left. And Hastati just in reserve to go help if there's a problem somewhere. Right, then we've got Numidian cavalry. Get 2 proper Numidian cavalry there. The little small one behind them. But they'll keep them together. Elephants could just sit in the back. They could do some damage if we manage to get them around. Oh, I didn't even realize we do have 1 pike unit. That's good. A lot of spear units then in that case. Right, so I know it's probably going to be a little tough to see here. Let's just try to get these guys lined up. It's such a hodgepodge mishmash of different units here. Right, then we've got our archers. We'll do the big one in the middle and the 2 smaller ones on the sides. And I'm going to turn on guard mode and turn off fire at will. We also have the Ligurians. They'd be perfect to run around the back, so we'll turn on guard mode and also fire at will off for them. General's a little damaged as well. Regulus. Alright, so that's the plan. So basically, full army, most of the army out here, and then 4 Scutari out that way. We'll turn off. We'll keep on guard mode. We want them to chase off, I mean, and then God, I can't speak. Fire at will can be turned off. Let's begin. Now, I just want to get out into that clearing and draw them for. Oh my God, they're deploying really close forward. They're doing guerrilla tactics on us. That's a terrible idea on their part, because of course their other army hasn't come in. So that's a bit silly. You guys can fire now then. Archers can fire. Alright, well let's get our cavalry to run around. We'll keep this cavalry actually at bay. We don't have any normal cavalry, I mean. Right, so the garrison is coming over that way. I'm running the Scutari forward. It's going to take a little while for them to get here. And I suppose we'll just start to send the Numidians around the back as well. It's an interesting move, you know, just deploying like ahead, like trying to ambush me, but with the smallest part of their army. I mean, all right, we'll turn this off. Turn these off. You guys could maybe fire at the back just a little bit. 1 or 2 shots maybe on them would be good. Keep them busy. And I've told you guys not to fire at will. I want you to hold your ammo for later.
We are at your command. Missile cavalry at your command.
Alright, I'm just going to let them stay against the units that they're against and just send the cavalry into their backs when they're not paying too much attention to me here. Alright, let's go after their missiles and we'll just get these guys to run in the back. The archers can stop firing now. They're still not firing at will, so that's fine. They should break any minute. And we'll just run these guys right into the backs of them. Just waiting on these guys to break and then we can clear the area. Let's just clear that area. And we'll just speed it up. Pretty straightforward. Hopefully these spear units are able to hold just fine. They've taken a little bit of damage. but best just to bring these guys in from behind, I think. We'll save our ammo. Right, so you guys go there. You guys go here. The cavalry can run down any fleeing units. Just those ones, I guess. In a sec. Alright, in you go. Alright, so good. They're fully surrounded. And these guys will be in a second. And run these ones down. Alright, general's broken. It's as simple as that. The units are on the way. They're mainlining it towards us. That's going to make them very tired. These are townsfolk. They're not going to be great fighters either. So we'll just hold the line where we are. We can move a little further out of our tree line in just one sec. In fact, we could begin that process now, I suppose. Just so the archers can, like, fire clearly. Now, the Scutari, they could be our new fresh front line, actually. Or we could just keep them out to the side and send them around. That might be better. Tell you what, we'll keep... yeah, maybe 2 of them behind 2, and then we'll run them around the sides. So 2 in a reserve line, they can run around the sides, and we'll keep our cavalry off to the side as well. Alright, new army is almost here. Let's rotate to meet them. There's some Iberian slingers, 2 units of those. I got our archers on those guys. Let's send the Numidians out wide. Oh yeah, still have our elephants, of course. That's good. Alright, well, here we go. Now we can kind of turn on fire at will. Actually, well, these guys might be flanking, so we'll leave them. You guys can hold. The archers can fire at will, though, for sure. Fire back at these guys, please. Alright, we'll send these guys forward. Just go. Just go. Let's get the general to go forward as well. Maybe do a little inspire or something. Gonna run these guys forward. Just engage the first couple of units there. Start sending these guys a bit forward as well. Run these around the sides. The Numidians. Kind of want them to come in and just mop up their slingers. And wait, you know, the spears are running ahead of them. So if they can clear those guys, that'd be good. Let's send in the elephants through this gap. Right. They're actually protecting their units pretty well. Okay, I'll run forward and just harass them then with some fire at will. Yeah, they're breaking. It's gonna be easy to break these guys, I guess, now. Ready. It's just some simple farmers and townsfolk, man. They didn't expect this. This isn't what they signed up for. Although, I mean, they are fighting to save themselves, I guess. Alright, that's it, man. I'm gonna run these guys down. Let's do flaming ammo and just knock out those last units there. Alright, that's it. They've all broken. Oh, I'm chasing them. This is the garrison. Chasing as many as we can. You don't need to fire at will. You guys can fire at will, though. Hit something. Actually, that might be a bad idea. They're the Velite guys. Oh yeah, the elephants can run them down, too. They might struggle to actually hit anybody. They don't really charge properly when they're running along with units. They can run in front and then turn around, maybe. Cavalry does okay doing that, though. Some of the people just falling over, basically. Oh my god. Wow, they're really just nailing anyone that was like left behind. I've told you guys to stop firing, haven't I? I have now. Alright, let's go up to that unit. We're like in the center of the battlefield here, so some of them are going to get away. One or two of these units won't. Fire at will, why not? Do what you gotta do. Alright, so we could just walk in pretty much after this then. This was the battle, effectively, so I don't mind running them down a little bit. They sallied so far into their town. I feel nothing but, just don't feel bad about it. Alright, we done? Let these guys finish them off? Alright, GG. Heroic victory, thank you very much. Alright, GG. That was their turn though, so we'll see if anything happens, but I doubt it will. I doubt they'll even start raising a new army, but maybe. Well, so we only lost 380, not bad at all, considering the amount of people they sent at us, but they drip fed them and their general decided to run ahead of everybody, so GG. Alright, so let's just, let's finish these guys off. Finish the fight. So they did bring another general in. We'll just go for the town directly. He'll die in the process, I think. Hopefully we keep our elephants. Occupy, please. Oh, he lived. That's so annoying. I guess I could have gone for him first. I just thought it'd be better to go for the town, but I guess I was wrong. Alright, next up. Let's go up to this raiding army up here. With Brutus. So that's the last of the Illyricavones. The Iberian tribes are falling one by one. And remember, they all started it. So, no remorse. No regrets. No Russian. Alright, good. Starting to heal again. Yeah, so they might just suicide into me. I mean, no matter where they go, they're probably going to die. If they raise a mercenary army, that'd be annoying, but we'll take them down. No problem. We still have Strabo, I think it is, coming up here. Oh, no, sorry, it's Lentulus. Furious Lentulus. We still have to give him an all-new army, now that he's reached Isle, basically. Has he reached Isle yet? Yes, he has. His army has been retrained. Right, so ideally, he'll use the fleet to get across. The fleet is up here, though. And we need to get this army across as well, so they can attack Mastia. Be nice to use the new army. Maybe you should. Maybe Strabo could come back south. Is the sea safe to cross? That's so hard to. I mean, there is pirates. I won't risk it. All right then. Now we can upgrade these guys as well. All right, we're down to 50,000. Got all new Legionary veterans and assault marines and stuff. All right, so out you go. Hop on the boat. Cool. You'll head down here. Next turn you'll be dropped off and you will be able to hop on effectively. Just get a bit closer if you can.
On the move.
Great, so a little exchange and we'll send them over and then we'll get ready to attack Ars. Brutus needs some time to replenish anyway, so I'll tell you what, I did see a comment, it's the only one comment I've seen so far, and they said like, oh, you should just upgrade. Yeah, I would say like now that they're like under strength and they're being replenished, I know I'm making up rules as I go here, but maybe now's the time that they could upgrade too, so let's do that. Reformed as they upgrade. But I'll leave this guy, he's still too deep in there. And there's not many to change actually thinking about it anyway. Right, so over in the east, we're landing at Greece. We wanted to check out what was going on here first, but we'll just declare war. We'll do it.
I will listen. I cannot say for how long, for matters of state and a splendid bowl of olives demand attention.
For roleplay purposes, I will offer client state status to Sparta for 30,000. They have rejected.
You speak with the tongue of a diseased fool.
Well, we'll see who's diseased soon enough. Let's drop him off.
Disembarking. Going ashore.
Oh my god, I'm scared. He has to do this all by himself. It's his first battle. He's only like 18.
Make haste, men.
Oh, there they are.
Laying siege to the settlement.
Oh my god.
None will
Right,
escape.
so they've one full stack and one full army. I'll tell you what, we'll back off.
To victory.
You know, we know what they have. We'll back off. We'll go get Daddy to come up and help. We'll just stay near the boats. We won't hop onto the boats. We'll stay near them. So if they want to come out 1v1 me, let's go, bro. But yeah, I'm not going to go against the garrison here as well. But we'll start heading south. You've got no more supplies anymore. We're getting out of the region. And then we're coming down to Daddy. Just for anyone who's wondering why I'm calling him that, it's because this is his dad, his father. Alright, so you're ready to hop on the boats from this place anyway, next turn, and then it'll take probably at least 2 turns to get up there, if not more. But if they want to sally out and come at me, bro, then do it. You know, we just waged war. They've got Spartan hoplites. How hard can they be? We've got fresh legionaries. We'll be fine. Some archers. What do they have? They've got freed helot hoplites, skirtai peltas. Those guys are actually pretty good, I remember. Helot javelin men and helot slingers. Attic mercenary peltas, and of course the Royal Spartan bodyguard. Well, I'll give you the option to back out one more time.
You have my attention. Speak, and try to do it well, for diplomacy is always boring when done badly.
This seems kind of lame. But I could do it. But I kind of want these regions myself. They will take client state status in peace, just straight up. They wouldn't do it before, but then when we actually like brought arms to the table, they were like, "Oh, okay then." But I wouldn't deny you that. It's more fun, right, to fight them. And I do want Athens and Sparta and this area. It's good region, really profitable. Plus, we have the other area for clients. We don't have to client the whole thing. Good to know that we could back out if it all goes wrong somehow, though. Alright. It's interesting how declaring the war like changes their perspective on deal making. I guess you can't threaten them in this game, where you can say like, what can we do by that? We can upgrade these guys' armor. Oh yeah. In the old games you used to be able to say like, accept this or we will attack. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting to get that other champion. We'll have to do that. So this is the veteran, I guess. Yeah, no, it doesn't really matter what we give him at this point. Success chance, I guess. Less attritional losses when besieging. Let's try that. -1 to all attributes of a trapped enemy agent. Okay. Well, that's just down the chain I want, which is here. Less attritional losses when besieging or under siege for a parent army. Increased missile attack range for all units. Oh wow. So I didn't know you could get that. It's pretty good. Oh, you've leveled up. Nice. So this is our governor, young Julius Silanus, our firstborn son, I think. Let's have a look. No, second. Spurius Julius Silanus, governor.
It is an honor to serve Rome.
Right, so less banditry and increased public order. You know what? It'd be tempting to send him up to Corsica for a turn. Or a few turns to lower the banditry for a while. Less banditry here, increase wealth and tax. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna go down that one. Right, yeah, you go up here. There's huge banditry up here. They're struggling a lot. Let's just stay there for a few turns. Hop around a bit. It'll be a little bit less income, but it'll stabilize the area. So now, if we have a look at banditry, it was in this category, so it's come down. It's still really high, and that is because of this guy. 26. And then it says that I'm only contributing -4.
Your orders.
So this is -6. And that's -6. So that's... maybe it'll take effect next turn then. We'll have to maybe give it a turn. If that's the case, this has fallen itself a little bit. Anyway. Right, so we've landed at Sparta. We've taken out the central Iberia, so we need to change this. Farms, I guess. These two can go. That can go. I don't know why I didn't get rid of that before. At Gadir, I built a field of Mars. Or maybe... oh, yeah. We wanted auxiliaries here, of course. Right, so vineyards, sure. Then a library. And maybe slave trader. Or we could go with a delicatessen for food. The amphitheater is kind of an interesting one. So it costs you food, but gives you a lot of public order. Sure, let's try something different. When in Iberia. They like their games, don't they? Cycling through provinces isn't working here. It's just kind of going back and forth between those two. I've noticed that, where it's like, oh, I'm cycling through all of them, and I've noticed that one or two just don't appear. And the one... there it is. Okay, it did appear. Okay, that's good. Right, well, we're all good with that. Let's see. So, public order is positive, of course, against Sardinia. We're not taxing them. We could try turning on taxes now. Yes, that's an additional 5,000 income, basically. 4,300. And you can hop back into Syracuse. Cool. Alright, we're all sorted then. So, money is back up. 16,000 per turn. We're only making 30,000 at the moment. Hispania is not taxed yet. But it is gaining incredibly fast in public order, which is good. And I assume culture too. We're at 21%. Then we have Baetica, the central Iberian province. And that's currently at 22% also. But at stalled public order, because we did just take a town, and there's still some guys hovering around here. Army sabotage. Let's try this. Sabotage their supplies. Failed. I just thought if it succeeded, they might not be able to move, and then you could just easily get them. Just don't want them running off. Alright, and then we're in the process of exchanging armies here. Okay, cool. And Libo is then waiting for the fleet to go get him. Nice. That's everything that's happening. And in the north, nothing to report. Except that the RDA have now taken Genoa. So Massalia have collapsed back down to just one settlement. After all that, now they're raiding outside of Genoa. Looks like they did it by fleet as well. I wonder, will these guys go to war with Iceni? They're not there yet. Probably not. They probably have a shared kinship with the Iceni. Yeah, they do. Because they're at war with the same people. They're at 117 attitude to each other. Super friendly. But you never know. They're aggressive. And these are aggressive and devious. They might just attack each other. I wonder, do they have any treaties with each other? Yeah, they have something. Treaties with Iceni, 19. They have something with each other. Alright. Let's end the turn there. Here we go. The Spartans have come forth. The battle deployment thing is in our favor. Sorry, the battle ratio is in our favor, so looking good. But this is quite the first battle for young Secundus Julius Fullo. So let's begin. Alright, good clear weather, because obviously we don't decide that this time. This is our first time ever attacking someone. It's the first war we waged. I should have made a bigger deal out of it. But here we have our first time we can look at the legionaries. Legionari.
Form tight formation.
Oh, you'll love to see it. Just blocks of troops. Love it. Something about that. Oh, I love it. Marian troops, they're the best. I do like Republic era troops though too, but these are my favorite. I'm not a big fan of the Imperial troops and the Empire generally. Late Republic is my thing. That's what I stand. Alright, cool. We got the veteran versions as well. These guys were previously Triari. These veterans have now been called forth from retirement and have chosen to re-enlist and serve Roma once again. They're the ones, professional heavy infantrymen of the Roman Legion, equipped with a pilum, a gladius, and a large scutum shield, emblazoned with their legion's insignia. Oh, yeah, we did read that before. Alright, we have our archers. Sardinian archers.
HOPLITES
We have 3 units of hoplites. Tarentine white shields. It's true. All of it. Right, the Tarentines. Maybe we'll put them at the front as well. It's just hoplite v hoplite action. They're not going to stand a chance against Spartans, though, I'd say.
Understood. Pikes at the ready. Melee infantry.
So branch these off to here.
Dominate. Orders. By your
We'll keep the veterans in the back on either side so they can go help wherever they're needed. And then the archers are somewhere in the middle. General can sit in the middle.
The brave ready for orders.
We get 2 cav on the left, 2 cav on the right. Very standard army. Fullo's going by the book on this one. Fresh out of military school, military academy. This is what he learned to do.
The eyes of the Senate and all Rome are upon us today.
Look at this guy. What a head of hair. Oh yeah. His troops have absolutely no confidence in him yet. But they will soon. I'm excited. This is cool. Let's have a look at the Spartans, shall we?
Who's for a drink? There's time. Not in my unit, there isn't. I don't see enemies lying in my sword.
Alright, they're all in step and in sync with each other. Let's see where that general is, if can we spot him at the moment. So they're mostly just going to be homioi hoplites, Spartan hoplites, homos, and neodemodes, freed helots. A little bit less equipped on these guys, right? Less armor and stuff like that. Their armor's 20. These guys' armor is 30. Don't want to be throwing too early then, because the armor from the front is going to be... Yeah, I mean, you might as well throw your peelet, but there's no point in really trying to fire arrows on them just yet. Let's rotate again. General's in the way in the back. The Royal Spartans. We'll just pause it just for a second so we get a good look at them. Look at that. Toga wearing MFers. Looking dope. Looking sick. Looking a little terrified, though, this guy. I don't know if he really believes he should be here. Alright. I wouldn't expect them to be running, but they are. Now, the Helot Slingers. We could start firing on them. They're about to come into range. Alright, fire at will, because you should be firing on them first. Oh, they're going to hit us. Slings are going out. Oh, I can't see the stones. There we go. Stay in guard mode as well. Don't just fire at will. I want you to fire specifically at them if you can. Just moving forward to give us better reach. What do we have here? Mercenary Peltas. Let's go. Some of them are breaking already just from being thrown at, I guess. And phalanx formation on the white shields, please. Haven't checked the right side. We're just going to focus on this for now. Let's go. Now they're Peltas. They can do okay in combat. We need to kite that unit towards our archers if we can. Oh my god, they've just been sitting here firing at me. Alright, let's try kite them back this way, then we'll turn around. They're going to fire on me as soon as I turn, but what can you do? I don't know about you guys, but I'm holding the line. Alright, we're engaging the missile cav, or at least trying to. We've actually managed to kind of catch them, but we haven't caught these ones. If I split through the middle, we might be able to get to them. Actually, you know what? Fuck those units. Let's just go for them instead. You're going to throw on me while I turn around, but at least we have our archers kind of getting ready on this side now a bit too. This is weird. They're kind of weirdly creeping through my units. Alright, let's run some of the legions forward then. Alright, cavalry's engaged theirs. Their missiles, I mean, at the back. We're running. We're ready to fire. Although, this is the fear. They're just going to take any chance they can. Oh no, they backed away. They backed away. Okay, that's fine. While they're bogged down, we'll send our cavalry into their backs. Let's get the general over that side. They need a bit of help there, I think. Alright, we got the veterans, obviously the second unit there, so these guys will be able to hold okay. My cavalry here needs to pull through or something. They're really deep in there. We'll go for those peltasts at the back. Right, my cavalry's coming back towards the center. Let's have a look. We've got a huge pile of units there. See if we can get the archers to fire into them or something. These guys are broken completely, so let's re-engage on this side. Cavalry coming in, let's just go like that. And we'll do our, what's it called, flying wedge formation in. Gonna have to cycle charge these guys repeatedly. That's good, they're completely facing my back anyway. Right, most of them took the hits from the mercenary, the spears just there. Or sorry, the spear archers. That's good, but the general can then just finish them off. In combat, looks like our legions are doing totally fine. They're very rigid. Oh, these aren't legions. Sorry, my bad. I was gonna say they're not moving forward very much. 2 cavalry units here. Let's pull them out. Let's turn off flying wedge. Let's get them out of there. We're okay on the left. These archers can fire on those units that are running back. Actually, you know what? Now fire on those guys as they're trying to get away. Let's turn off phalanx and we'll try to make our ways into the backs of some of these units. Cavalry on this side. Okay, where's the general? He's gone way off that way. Let's step these guys forward. They're kind of freaking out there. Alright, good. Let's get my 2 units just to pull back here. That cavalry, they're getting a little bit damaged. Can't take too many losses here in Greece. We won't be able to replenish for quite a while. These are all pure Roman. Go that way. Nice, good job. Just wait a few seconds and then pull out. Just need to keep those guys isolated and maybe keep firing on them then, while they're running in circles. We'll engage the general from behind, and when he's distracted, then send in our other units. Are these on like some sort of rigid fighting formation? I want them to break up and just get involved.
Missiles awaiting targets. General, your orders.
Alright, we're lining up. We're firing into the back of that Royal Spartan unit. It's not going to do too much for a while though. Feel kind of bad for them. They're obviously so slow and like not very maneuverable. They're struggling quite a bit. Just gonna hit these guys while they're completely broken and run them down. These 2 guys can just take a little break for a minute. They're just pulling through me now, so that's good. Don't turn around. This is the royal unit. Alright, they're taking some losses. Pull out. Do that again. We'll just keep repeating the cycle charges on them. This cavalry is awesome. They're way better than they were before. These guys are out of ammo. We'll just pull them back. 270 men against our 144. Our guys are really being punished. But so are they. We're just smashing them over and over again. 12 seconds before we could do another inspire. take a break. Are these guys really damaged? No, they're okay.
Melee infantry. Yours to command. Double time. The brave ready for orders. Legionaries. Brave Romans ready.
Pull that cavalry out for a sec. See if we can hit them from the other side. Have they turned around? They haven't actually. This legionary unit is really battered.
Archers.
Fire again into their backs.
Orders.
Do what you can.
Ready and waiting. We await your command. HOPLITES ready. Legionaries. Ready and waiting.
Guys are tired. They look like they're tired, but it actually says fresh. Oh my god, some of my dudes just immediately fell over in hitting that unit from the front. I mean, it is a phalanx, but geez, they didn't look like they were fully formed or defending.
Heavy cavalry ready and willing. Riders advance. Megatos. Missiles ready and waiting.
Volley coming in first, and then the cavalry will hit them right after. So they have 170 down to 148. That was a really good hit then.
Megatos.
Pull these guys back.
Orders understood. Sons of Mars. Legionary cavalry.
And it looks like it's going to be it. Their general is either dead or just they've completely broken.
Megatos. Forward. Orders. Men down to us.
Just separate out a few units so we can just mop up these last guys that are running away.
Archers. Commander. Quick march.
Alright, GG. We beat the Spartans.
Awaiting orders. Legionaries. Romans ready for duty.
These compact hoplite units. Our maneuverability won the day.
Legionary cavalry ready.
2 units took a lot of casualties. We lost one of our hoplite units completely. Archers did well, I think. Cavalry did excellent. It was all about the cavalry, really. The repeat flanks.
Orders. Missile infantry at your command.
Oh, they have 2 units over there. What the hell was that about? I don't remember why they were over there.
Archers. Ready.
Alright, we'll just back off. Do we have veterans? Maybe they can deal with this. 2 veteran units. And we'll just engage with infantry here. When they turn to fight the infantry, we'll send the cavalry in.
Legionary cavalry. Advance. Victoria. Lead us.
What a sandwich.
Jupiter gives us strength. Understood.
If we could fire arrows on them, that might deter them.
Enemy fire. I will kill any man with his arm. Never you mind about the general.
Alright, GG. Wasn't too bad. These guys are beasts, so everyone held the line really well. And the cavalry carried with all their repeat charges. Like, we're looking at 267, 289, 330, 88 kills. General with 104. You got some taste of battle as well. The veterans at 228, 129. A couple hundred for most of the main legionaries here. Less than 100 for 1 or 2 of them. That'll have to be it. Sparta is now wide open. Almost. I still think Daddy needs to come up. Because the garrison is going to be full of all these units as well. The Spartan garrison is pretty tough. Alright, GG. We lost 792 men. For Legio 8, Herculea. Not bad for Fullo's first battle, I guess. Going in against the Spartans and doing so well. Slaves? Kind of feel bad about that. I feel like with the Spartans, there's some sort of mutual level of respect. We should probably let them go. They don't have any allies or enemies, so that we wouldn't be annoying anybody by releasing them, you know? And you get money for it. So, it looks like the Vettones did manage to muster together a little mercenary force and attack us. This might cost us the elephants in the Numidian camp, but we'll see. We'll play defensively and hopefully that does better for us. If the elephants are gone, so be it. It lasted quite a while here in Iberia. They are indeed gone. They only lost 1 elephant, but... Oh no, it's just they only killed one. Yeah, it's so silly. But oh well. We could go to Africa and get more if we really wanted to. Alright, so there we go. The faction of the Vettones have been destroyed. And I didn't actually see the message, but I assumed the Illyricavones are also gone. So that's 2 tribes wiped out in the same, basically the same turn, right? Because it was a end turn sequence. Oh no, they still exist. They're out at sea. There they are. Little fleet, 5 units. I don't know how they've escaped me all this time. Maybe we can free up our fleet and go finish them off later. But that's going to have to be it for today. So, as things currently stand, our boy Fullo is now just going to be foraging for food out in Hellas, basically, while we wait for Daddy to get on the boats and come up and help. Or we could begin raiding and see how that does for us. Takes a bit of grand. Or we could lock him down and start sieging now to see if that can at least prevent them raising a new army. And if they sally out, maybe we could try to deal with the garrison out in the open field. That would probably do well for us, but we'll decide all that in the next episode. So that's going to have to be it for me today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.